Okay, once again, good evening, Alpha Lions. There is a lot of announcements I want to make this evening. But before we start, there's something I really want us to, there's someone I really want us to listen to. The aim of this meeting is one, I want to know our challenges. Why is it that we are not inviting people? Why is that we are not prospecting? Why is that we are not booking people for presentation, getting people to watch our video? I want to know. Tell me, what's your challenge? The only person I'm not expecting to say anything is Tolu. Miss Tolu, she's new, so she's still undergoing some basic training. But aside from Tolu, what's our challenge? Every other person in this room, what's your challenge? What's your challenge? Feel free. What's your challenge in prospect? I want to, because if I don't understand our challenge, I will not know how to come in to help. What's your challenge? Yeah, so you are free to unmute. If you want to speak, go ahead and unmute yourself. What's your challenge? What's your challenge? Why is it that you're not prospecting well? Why is it that you're not inviting well? Why is it that you're not presenting well? Why is it that you're not getting people to watch our business video professionally? Why is it that you're not getting people to attend Zoom meeting? Why is it that you've not, for those of us that have advanced in our training, why is it that you've not started organizing Project 100? For the mentors, why is it that you've not started your personal presentation? Why is it that you've not started your home launches? Why? Why is it that you've not started your follow-up closing? Why? I want to understand what are our challenges, because by 8 o'clock, I'll be addressing this issue severely. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Tell me, what's your challenge? Mrs. Ade, you want to say something?
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma. Yes, ma. The challenge is mostly, most people complain that the money is much. Even when you explain to them that they can pay instrumentally. As I'm talking to you, I have a lot of people who are interested. Oh, yeah, start payment, one wahala.
That in communicating, we know the dimensions that are required of us to. Are we together?
Sorry, Mrs. Ade, go ahead. Sorry for that interruption. Hello, Mrs.
So as I was saying,
you said your challenge is what? Money. They complain.
Yes, they complain of money. And the last time we had a meeting somewhere at the here, one of my church members attended or something that he cannot, I think he was the member of in Global some time ago. So his fear is that, according to him, so his money will just go like that. He's ready to join us, but I don't even know. Remembering that he registered some time ago and then nothing is coming up is keeping him back. I don't even know what to do. Every Sunday, I try to tell him that I'm still asking after him. He will just smile and go home. And he's capable. I'm telling you that he's capable.
Now, Mrs. Ade, from what you said, there are two things I picked from what you said. Are you hearing me?
Okay.
From what you said
yes, I am.
Of the money being high. Mrs. Ade, let me tell you, money price is a myth. You hear what I said?
Yes, I do.
Price tag on an object is a myth. Yes. It doesn't exist. It's a myth, like it's things people force themselves to believe, which is not true. Do you know why people complain of price to you? Because the value that you are attaching to the presentation is low, and that is why they are seeing the price high. Price is a myth. It doesn't exist. When value is overgiven, price becomes insignificant. People are ready to do all, let me show you something now. People are ready to do all they can do to join, even when they don't have the catch immediately. They'll even ask you, is there any way? What can I do to raise money? Let me show you a message by a woman since last year. I've been following up on this one last year, but she sent me a message today. Look at what she said, if you can read my chat with her. She told me, wonderful dancer. I now my head for, I don't know what she's saying there. Thank you for
Amazing person.
Thank you for your encouragement in giving. Though I know it's a crime to sponsor for she. What in fact what she's trying to say, she feels that it's a crime for me to sponsor her in this business. That I know that she's who is that? So she said she feels that it's a crime for me to sponsor her in this business. That's what she was trying to say. But she said that she wanted me to help her, that she's seriously interested. That in fact, this year, she look at the ending part, she said, I am much interested this year, but I need your assurance that once I raise the money, you will provide all the support to make me succeed. Meaning she's ready to do the business. Then look at what I asked her. I told her, I can assist you with a way to raise funds. Do you know why her heart is in the business, despite she doesn't have money? It's because of the value. The first day I met her, the first day she connected, I've never seen her physically. She's in Port Harcourt. She just attended my Zoom meeting, business presentation. The first day she attended my business presentation, the value I gave in that presentation was high. So money, the price. So when people complain that price is an issue, is because when you were presenting that business, the value you gave was low. And that is why they now see money to be an issue. But when the value you give them for free is high, trust me, they won't even look at the money again. They are ready to do all they can do to get started with this business. Tolu, is that not true? Tolu, please unmute yourself. I came to Ogun State where you guys were at Foursquare. Right? Tolu, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tolu is a young lady, very young. I don't think she's up to 25 years old, the way I saw her. But
not up to 20.
You're not even up to 20. Tolu, what happened immediately my presentation? Tolu did not have the money, but Tolu, I need you to tell me, immediately I finished presentation, why were you forced to at least start installment?
I saw like the need to do it. Like I felt that okay, this would really be good for me.
The value.
My efforts.
Let me ask you, Tolu, that day, the value I gave, your interest was this value, this mission. I can see myself achieving this dream. If it was possible for me, it's possible for you. Now, that's the value. So, Mrs. Ade, when people complain, what's your challenge now? I experienced your challenge 2018. But when I trained myself, and there's this training I was going, and the name of my mentor then was Brancado. I read one of his books. The name of that book is Be Obsessed or Be Average. So he said, when people complain of price, it's because the value you gave, attaching that is low. But if the value is high, they will not complain of the money. Even if they don't have the money, they will tell you, I'm doing all I can to make sure I raise the money or I get started. So the question is this: how do you give people value that super exceed the price? If you've seen my business presentation, you've seen where I present. Abi, Ade?
Yes, several times, yes.
Several times.
Yes,
now, notice what I do in the business presentation. At the beginning of the business presentation, before I even talk about the business, that beginning part, I transform, I speak into people's soul. I transform their mentality. In fact, the value I give to them is top notch. They know that for them to receive this kind of value without money, they are ready to do whatever it takes. You remember that time in that church in Ikoton Abi, I can't remember, one big church like that. So that is it. So now you have to learn. Look for the question is, how do you present our business? Are you the one doing the presentation? Because if the person attended either my business presentation or Mr. Nonso's own, trust me, that thing we do about value has been taken care of. or if the person watched our video, sincerely watched the video from beginning to end. But if you're the one that presented, the question is, the value you gave, was it high? And that is something when you are watching, when you are learning presentation, when you watch us present, look out for the skills of what we do, the value. In the beginning of our, there's something I call mind shift. Ade, you are supposed to be a rising star mentor. You are long overdue. There's something I'm teaching the star mentors in presentation. There's something called mind shift, 5 to 10 minutes mind shift. As in the value, and the value you will be giving will be so high. How do you obtain those mind shifts? Those 5 to 10 minutes value talk. You see this, how many of you, have you noticed in our Zoom meeting, I'm now sending some short video clips where you can watch Les Brown, watch some persons talk. Those kind of inspirational messages I send video. When you watch it, have a book, pencil it down, as in why they are talking. Because I know 2 days ago I sent that of Les Brown and Jim Rowe. When you are watching things like that, pencil it down. That's powerful value dished out in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. When you pencil it down, relate with it. Then when you want to start a presentation, after introducing the RDI, the mission, introduce yourself. In fact, the moment you introduce RDI, you now say, before you continue, you like to show them a tip of, you like to talk about, then you just mention the topic. Then talk about it. And when you're talking, try to relate it to them. Try to relate it to our daily affair, our attitude to human being, as in try to relate it to yourself, because it's until you relate to yourself, then you can relate to others. Is you giving value? I was reading a book. There's a book I'm reading now. In fact, I have so much this night to dish out for us. There's the book I'm reading now. Start with your why. I got to know the secret why all the electronic gadgets, why is it that Apple as a brand is the company that sells the most? Everybody wants to go for Apple. Do you know what they said? They said, in a business, there are 3 circles. If a company starts advertising their product and they start with what they do and how they do, people will not be interested. That the reason Apple remains the strongest brand in the world is because Apple does not only tell people, in fact, when they talk about their product, they talk about their reason. Engineer Henry, I sent a message on Rising Star Mentors group. You were asking me, you don't understand. That thing I sent there is deep. That thing I sent there is deep, if you can understand it. I think Fatima went and be asking Mr. Nonso to see if he can answer her. This morning, I heard when Mr. Nonso was talking about, Fatima asked him a question that someone asked her. It's me that is the question I asked in that group. See, people join you. Let me tell you something about psychology, logic. Let me tell you guys, people say yes to you, not to the business you're presenting, but to you as an individual. People buy things or pay for things, not because of logic, it's because of emotion. How that project, how that object, how that thing, how that business opportunity make them feel. We are emotional beings. So how you make them feel is by overloading them with value. When you overload them with value, then trust me, to shake your hand and exchange money will be very easy. So now I need you, Ade, you need to work on giving more value. Watch my business presentation, my latest business presentation over and over again. Watch it, you will see the value. In fact, go and watch my business presentation from was it September? All my business presentations September, August, September, December, because I know October, November, I didn't do much. Then watch, I think I did November once because my dad died. So I traveled. Go and watch it. You will see how I give value. I give that value I give is what captivates people. That whatever I'm telling them, the answer is yes. So that's 1. 2, when they tell you, what was the second thing again? When they tell you they're already part of the company, people have met people that are already part of M Global, but they didn't achieve much. Remember, I keep saying it. If you are in this business, you are not attending millionaire school, you're not doing your one-on-one coaching, you're not working hand in hand with your mentors, forget it, you won't succeed. So when people tell you, I didn't succeed before, tell them they should please be sincere with you. Was the problem the company? Was the problem the business? Was the problem the person that connected them, the team members, they didn't hold them by the hand to guide them? Or was the problem them as an individual that refused to reach out to the mentorship and coaching? Because most of the times, 80% is you, the individual. You are not doing anything. In a business venture, you are not doing anything. How do you expect money to come? So when they can answer this sincerely, you now tell them, okay, watch. Some of them will tell you, it's my team member. Since they connected me, I didn't hear from them. They're not saying anything, nothing. Tell him now, there is a difference, that you want to assure him that there's a difference. All he needs to do is to attend our business presentation by a mastermind. That here, you are being given the privilege to work hand in hand with an NGO. Mentors, mastermind mentors that will hold you by the hand to guide you. It's a business. The question is, how do you succeed in a business when you know nothing? And these guys are professionals and they are going to work with you. Now, people like this, when you give them that result, 80% human beings that are ready to build a business will say, yes, okay, let me give it another shot. But if they are so negative minded, please leave them, jump and pass, move to the next person. Okay? So I think I'm going to do a training on prize meet. I think this prize is where we handle when we talk about objection. Okay, so the topic where we treat this is on objection. There's a topic on that, so I'll be treating it. So thank you for that contribution. Okay, so Engineer Henry,
thank you very much.
who else? I need to hear all our challenges. What, like I said, for those of us just joining, what's your challenge? Why is it that you're not prospecting well? Why is it that you're not inviting well? Why is it that you're not presenting well? Why? I need to know. Let's be fast. Let's be very fast. Please, if you want to talk, just raise up your hand. I will mute you immediately. Stop waiting. This is a meeting. This is me. I'm your grand direct upline, your grand direct leader. So this meeting is me and you one-on-one. Why? I need everybody to speak because see, whether you like it or not, whether you participate or not, you see this year, Eminent Augusta is going to create leaders that are financially independent. This year, Eminent Augusta is going to make sure that at least nothing less than 25 persons become millionaire. Whether you agree or you join my vision or you do anything, I'm making it happen. So it doesn't matter whether you are interested or not. If you're interested, good and fine, we ride along. If you're not interested, it still doesn't affect me because my mission this year must be accomplished. So here is not where you keep quiet and be looking. You are not a spectator, you are not a chicken. I refuse and I reject to have any chicken in my team. Is either you're an eagle or you're an eagle in training. So speak up. Mr. Aziz, what is your challenge? Emmanuel, what is your challenge? Is it Benga? What is your challenge? Innocent, what is your challenge? Wamaka, what is your challenge? Madam Stella, what is your challenge? Mr. Sam, what is your challenge? Please. I refuse to have any chicken in this room. You all are, either you are an eagle in training or you are an eagle. Okay, Madam Dorcas, go ahead.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
As we have discussed in the afternoon, the morning training, I think fear is one of it. If I will not deceive myself, because some of the members some of the contacts in my what's the broad list, some of them the first one I created, once I shared with them, they will say, hope your account is not hacked. They start shutting me up or calling me. I say, no, I'm the one that is sending.
Madam Dorcas, wasn't you're the person I met on Monday, right?
Yes.
Is it based on what you did before I met you, or what's these are the result of? Okay, before,
yes,
I met you. That one is already in the past. I'm talking about someone like you now, starting from on Monday now. What are the challenges? Because by now,
some of them that have been promising before, like I have 3 people on ground that have been promising, is the financial aspects. They keep on saying, I just finished paying my children's school fees, this and that. But I spoke to one yesterday, and he's giving me assurance that let's hope and see the end of this month. We'll try and start with something. Because I discussed about the instrumental payments. That it should just start from somewhere. And I use my own as an example.
Okay, beautiful. Mrs. Ade also made a point, just I forgot now, with what you say. Now, the question is, what happens when people tell you, I'm interested, but I don't have the money? When people tell you, I am interested, I don't have the money, you say, okay, beautiful, great. Now, the RDI NGO, we have a system whereby we help people raise funds to get started with our project, excuse me. Now, what's that system? You ask them, are you ready? If I should, don't just give it to them free of charge. Ask them if I should, because this system by the NGO is reserved only for few special people. Ask them if I should speak to my mentor and have her introduce you to this system where you can raise funds. Are you sure that you will do what it takes to raise that fund? Don't just give it free of charge to them. Always ask them, if I should show you through the RDI NGO, if I should obtain the favor, the permission from our mastermind, my mentor, and give you the system, to introduce to you how you can raise funds. Hope you're going to take advantage of it. When they say yes, you say, okay. Now, guys, let me show you how we help people raise funds. Let me show you how we help people raise funds. I think Ambassador Blessing, I asked her to Harry, later I'll answer your question. They've interrupted my light when I'm talking to millionaires. Imagine never. Okay, so just give me 10 seconds. Give me 30 seconds. Let me on my gen, please. Okay, just 30 seconds. Okay. Who is writing on my screen? Okay, so there is a script. Yeah, let me show you guys a script. I just where I can access it, where Ambassador Blessing sent it. Okay, so this is a WhatsApp group of the mentors. This is where we do higher level of mentorship. So let me just see if I can find that script. I believe Ambassador Blessing said it. Let me see. Okay, I've seen it. Okay. Look at it. It says here. Letter of grants. How many of you know what grants is? Grant. How many of you know what grant is? Grant is your ability to request for soft, I won't call it loan, or will I call it loan, but you will not repay, you will not pay back, right? Go to the chat box and tell me if you know what grant is. Go to the chat box and tell me if you know what grant is. Now, grant is like requesting for money, requesting for financial aid, but you will not pay back, but they'll just give it to you to support you in a business project. That's what grant is. So now we have a system, a letter of grants. In fact, I think I have to print this letter. A letter of grants. Now, this letter, your leaders will teach you how to use it. Once you are ready for it, contact your leaders or you contact me. I'll teach you how to use it and I'll give you what to give to the person. Now, tell the person, our letter, there's a letter, a letter of grant blueprint. Now, this letter, you are expected to give it to your loved ones, your father, mother, auntie, brother, sister, children, all those close to you, at least 10 persons that is very close to you. Now, what's the letter saying? Look at it. Letter of grant, of soft grants. Dear, whatever the name of your loved one is, I write this letter to humbly request for a soft emergency grant of 5,000 only to expand my distribution business. I distribute international health beverages to specific clients. This soft grant will help me with little logistics that will provide speed to my business expansion. Thank you for your kind and timely approval. Yours sincere, you put your name, then put your account details. How many of you remember when we were small? So if I were you, I'll screenshot this right now. How many of you remember when we were small? Yeah? When we were small, in church or in school, they will give us a small card that look like hospital card. It will have name, amount, date, signature. They'll tell us to go around. When we go home for holiday, we should give it to all our loved ones. They should feel, even if it's 10 naira, 15 naira, 100 naira, they should feel it. How many of you remember that? And I did it when I was small. Is it not grant? Are we paying back? And we'll do all the grants and collect it and go, and when we resume school, we'll give them. This was the amount I was able to raise. So these grants, you're not paying back. So those people that tell you, I don't have money, speak to your leaders. Let's have these grant letters given to you, printed on our RDI logo. We'll give it to you. So when we give it to you, to the person, then you are to work with this letter for at least 2 weeks. And before you know what's happening, for example, if you're a daughter, your father gave you 5,000. When I started this business, my dad was the person that borrowed me money. So if some people say, I won't give you grants, you must pay me back, tell them, okay, I'll pay you, but just give me 4 weeks. Pay you the 5,000. Imagine where your husband, your father, your mother, your uncle, your auntie, your sister, your children, everybody contribute for 5,000. 10 of them. Is that not the 50,000 you're looking for to start this business? Business has started now. Is that not true? Is that not true? Is that not true? Go to the chat box, please. Is that not true? Exactly. Grant is a financial what? Support. Grant is a financial support. So we've settled that case. Okay. So I'm taking down the points. Okay. I'm taking down the points so that I will expand on it. How to raise funds for interested prospects. Okay, who else have a challenge to share? Who else have a challenge to share? I saw one, Maka, where is she? One, Maka, go ahead, unmute yourself.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening, dear. How are you doing?
Okay. I'm fine. It's like you've explained the challenge.
Okay.
My challenge is almost the same with the first person that spoke.
Okay.
It's fine. It has been financial problem.
Okay.
You know, the first time, if you send the business presentation to them, after listening to it, they will be glad. You know, they will be like, I want to join. I want to join. But when it comes to a financial aspect of it, you see them as in going back. That has been the problem. I even went as far as telling them to be paying instrumental, even if it's 5,000 per week or as they can be able to afford. But that has been the problem. That is what I don't know. That is the only thing I don't know how to tackle.
Okay. So I believe I've answered you, right?
Yes, yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so who else have a challenge to share? Because I want to go into what I have for us tonight. Who else have a challenge to share? Who else? Who else? Raise up your hand if you know you have a challenge to share. Who else? Who else? Kindly raise up your hand. Okay, Engineer Henry.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, my own, I would like to call it a challenge. My own is that though you've not been around, so but we planned on how to work more on the presentation aspect, because our own now the leaders, our own is to focus more on presentation, how to present well and all that.
Okay.
So prospecting and inviting, though we are still improving ourselves, but it's no longer a problem to us. But the aspect of presentation now, one of the, like I say, the third, the fourth skill is where we need to work more on. So, and we need to really work together hand in hand with you. So I believe we had some plans before you traveled. So maybe we rekindle that plan again. Maybe coming to the office.
The plan is still up. We'll talk more about that on Saturday in our mentors meeting by 8. The plan is still up. We'll talk more about that on Saturday. It's still up. But I've taken note of its presentation. And it's also part of, during the course of the Millionaire School, since we've started the syllabus are fresh, it's also part of what I'll be repeating for everybody. But for the mentors, we are going in depth with it, okay? We are going in depth with it. Okay, so I've noted that. So who else? Who else have a challenge? Who else have a challenge? So thank you very much, Engineer Henry. Who else have a challenge? Who else? Who else have a challenge? Okay, Mr. Bello, go ahead. Unmute yourself. This is your baby. Her beauty is so contagious, Engineer Henry. Mr. Bello, go ahead. Unmute yourself. Who else have a challenge to share? Mr. Bello, you're raising up your hand. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Okay, who else? Who else have a challenge to share? Okay, now in the absence of challenge, why I called for this meeting is this. I want to launch a project. I have a lot of things I'm working on. There's a campaign we'll be launching very soon. I'll be launching very soon. The banner will be out very soon. It's called The Rise of the Alpha Lion. That is the revolution I am this year, 2022. My revolution this year, the banners to be out, is the Rise of the Alpha Lion Entrepreneurs. It's a revolution for me. It's a mission for me. It's what God imprinted in my heart for us this year. And since it has been imprinted, my aim is to, this year, I'm not focusing on making money. My aim this year is to raise leaders, financial independent leaders, that in turn will raise other people to be financially independent. That is my goal. And doing this, I mapped out 3 strategies. The big goal, the macro goal for the year is what I call 36 code challenge. Meaning, you as an individual, you have to, among all those you are connecting to this business, you must have 5 strong, serious people you are working with. Connect 5, get your 5 to connect their 5. This is the blueprint I'm using to work on everybody to become a millionaire before this year ends. Get your 5, then look for this, get your most serious 5, work with them to have their own 5. That's first generation, second generation. Then that second generation, work with all of them to have their own 5. And these 5 will not be on one leg. These 5 serious first generation will be on your different leg. Those of us that have multiple accounts, it will be wonderful for you when you have 2 or 3 by the left, 2 or 3 by the right, 2 or 3 by the right. Very, very important. Now you have 2 or 3 by the right. Very important. Now, having said that, that is the macro goal I have for us this year. Now, me breaking it down, we are going to do 90 days challenge, but there's a challenge I want us to do. In fact, we'll be starting that challenge on Sunday or Monday. The challenge is this. I call it Operation 20 Persons in 30 Days. Once we work on this project, Operation 20 Persons in 30 Days, then we will now enter into the third episode of our 90 days game plan. Once we enter into the third episode of our 90 game plan, by God's grace, that episode will be done twice or 3 times this year. Then that will launch us to a grand finale of the number of millionaires we are raising this year. Like I said, is my mission statement. Whether you like it or not, Eminent Augusta will produce this year 50 persons that are earning hundreds of thousands, 20 persons that are going to become millionaires this year, whether you like it or not. This year, Eminent Augusta Alpha Lion team, I'm going to work with every serious individual to expanding our team to 20,000 this year. And this year, whether you like it or not, I am going to raise leaders. I can't create leaders, but I can raise them. I'm going to raise leaders. This is my year. In fact, my business, look at my vision board opposite me. My business goal, team goal this year is to raise leaders. Nothing more, nothing less. You can't be a chicken and be calling me to come and do Project 100 for you. I rebuke it. I reject it. I will only go out my way to people that are ready, committed, dedicated in building their business. Yes, so. And if anybody decides to be disloyal, just the way Adam and Eve were disloyal to God, God chased them out of the Garden of Eden. The way Judas was disloyal to Jesus and God chased him out of the discipleship. You see those people that will be disloyal? I'm going to uproot you out of the garden of the Alpha Lion team. By next week, I'll be our super millionaire mind sheet. I'm going to take us on a training called loyalty. So whether you like it or not, it's going to happen for me. So the question is, will you be part of the vision? Will you be part of the mission? Will you be part of the revolution of the rise of the Alpha Lion entrepreneurs? If you know you're going to be part of it, go to the chat box and type, I am an Alpha Lion. Go to the chat box and type, I am an Alpha Lion. Go to the chat box and type, I am an Alpha Lion. Go there and type, I am an Alpha Lion. Then let me finalize by sharing something important with us. Yes, so let's go, because I will even need someone to screenshot for me the attendance. Engineer Henry, it seems like you are the only, I think you are the only mentor here. I pity mentors that are not here. I just pity them. Engineer Henry, please do me a favor, screenshot all the participants in this group. Okay, do me a favor, screenshot all the participants in this group. Screenshot all the participants in this group. Okay, so I need you. Now, for us to achieve this, I want all of us to have a mindset called 10x. Everybody go to the chat box and type 10x. Go to the chat box and type 10x, because I'm invoking the spirit, as in the 10x spirit I had in the year 2019. I've already invoked, in fact, this morning when I woke up, the spirit of 10x possessed me again. So right now, I am obsessed. I am obsessed. The spirit of 10x, I came across the spirit of 10x when I read a book called 10x Action by Brancado. The person that gifted me that book was my mentor, Engineer Nonso. December 2018. He gave me 1 month to read that book and return, and I read it. The moment I read that book unleashed the lion in me. It unleashed the lion in me, and 2019, I became crazy. That spirit of craziness was when my business exploded for the very first time. So the mindset we are going to use in achieving this is called what? 10x action. Everybody write down. Go. I hope you have your book where you are writing. I need you to go to the chat box and write 10x action. Go to the Alpha Lion groups. Any group you are, whether it's Lagos or online, or go to the Alpha Lion group and write 10x action. Go to all the groups you are on WhatsApp and write 10x action. Write 10x action. I'm ready to possess the spirit of the 10x action. Go there and write it. Go there and write it. Let's be fast about that. Go to our various groups so that people will know that something is happening and they are missing out on a lot. So that people will know. Go to our various WhatsApp group and write 10x action. I'm ready to adopt the spirit of 10x. Let's do that. Let's do that quickly. Let's do that quickly. Let's do that quickly. Go to your various WhatsApp group and state 10x action. I'm ready to adopt the spirit of 10x. What does 10x mean for some of you that don't know? 10x means your ability to make a decision. Also encourage people to join the meeting. Encourage people to join the meeting that they are missing out on a lot. Now, what does 10x mean? 10x means 10x, as in 10, then x. You can see it on the screen here. 10x. And who is the godfather of 10x? The man's name is Brancado. So we're adopting him and that mindset. Now, 10x means your ability to make a decision, to go all the way out, cancel, execute, kill all excuses, to be ready to be obsessed with your goal of becoming a millionaire or multi-millionaire this year, of becoming a leader, becoming an eagle, unleashing the lion in you, and also doing what? Raising other lions, other leaders, other eagles like you this year. So meaning you're ready to be mad, as in mad. When I mean mad, you're ready to be crazy. Madness. See, successful people are unreasonable. Successful people are unreasonable. They are mad. They are ready to be crazy. They are very, as in crazily mad to do massive action, to take massive action that will give them massive results. So let's listen to Brancado as he explains the meaning of being 10x, having a 10x mindset, and what it means to take massive action to produce massive results. Let's do that now.
Degrees of action. One question that I've received over the years is exactly how much action, Grant, is necessary to create success. How's everybody doing? That's my people. That's my people. You know why they're like that? Because I motivate them every day, I work with them every day, and I train them every day. Not surprisingly, everyone is looking for that secret shortcut. Me too. There are no shortcuts. The more action you take, the better your chances of getting a break. Disciplined, consistent, and persistent actions are more of a determining factor in the creation of success than any other combination of things. Most people fail only because they're operating at the wrong degree of action. The first two degrees of action, doing nothing and retreating, are the basis for failure. And the third degree, normal levels of action, will only create a normal existence at best. Taking normal levels of action is the killer of the four, because it deludes you into believing you're doing something when only what you're doing is normal and will never get you to extra.
Did you hear it? He said, when you are doing normal things, you are deceiving yourself, living an average life. And it will end up making you not to achieve anything in life. If you're doing what the whole world is doing, the normal kind of life, normal daily duties, you're not going all out, as in being crazy and massive, obsessed with your income generating activity. He's saying that you are just deceiving yourself. You can never be extraordinary.
Ordinary. Would you like to see your people do a better job of follow-up? Would you like to have a stronger culture? Would you like to hire the right people and make the good people better, the better people greater, and the great people superstars? I want to help you do that, okay? Only the most successful people on very high levels of action that I refer to as massive levels.
You hear that? Only successful people that are on high level of action. Guys, there's no substitute for hard work when it comes to the equation of success. A work must be done. Only successful people that are at high level of action create massive level of what? Results.
People who take normal levels of action are probably the most prevalent in our society today. This is the group that appears on the surface to be taking the necessary amounts of action, and it's a normal level, average. By definition, assumes less than extraordinary. That is the definition. Come spend 3 days with me in Miami, 3 days. When you do, this is what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna bring myself, my team, and Victor Antonio in to work with you. I'm gonna give you a 40-pound book to take home, train the trainer, build your sales staff, create your culture, get those extra sales that you're missing. You know you're missing, okay? So be honest with yourself. Do you have more energy and creativity available than you're using? Making massive action a discipline will break you through obscurity. Massive action will increase your value to the marketplace, and it will help ensure and guarantee that you generate success in any area of life where you elect to operate with massive action. This is a very limited, very exclusive event. Look forward to seeing you in our first annual sales boot camp.
Now, a second video I want us to listen to.
The successful people. This is what I've committed my life to doing. I told my mom when I was 16 years old, one day I'm going to be successful. One day I'm going to be successful, and one day I'm going to help a lot of people. I always say this: pay the price today so you can pay any price in the future.
Did you hear that? Pay the price today so that you can pay any price in the future. Because the price must keep being paid.
Pay the price now, okay? Pay the price. My buddies were traveling, seeing the world, and I didn't have any of those experiences. I've had people tell me, hey, you market too much, you market too aggressively, take me off your list. My office tells me we hit the list too much. I'm like, what's the list for? Hit the list. That's what it's for. There's 8 billion people on planet Earth.
Did you hear that? 8 billion people are on planet Earth. Why are you not making the phone calls? All of us this year, we must be crazy in making phone calls. We must be crazy in prospecting. We must be crazy in inviting. We must be crazy in presenting. Crazy, as in you must be crazy in having those conversations, because it's those conversations that will give you in return the money you want. Trust me on that.
Look, I've been ridiculed by my peers, by customers, and by competition. I've been judged for working too much, wanting too much, being too colorful, being inappropriate, insensitive, and too out there. I'm trying to figure it out. I've been threatened, I've been sued, I've been betrayed by friends, I've been ripped off, and I've been copied. 30 years, 18-hour days, not 8-hour days, not 10-hour days, not 12-hour days, 18-hour days. I've been married 15 years to Elena. Not one time has she ever said, you work too much. Not one time. She has never said to me, what are you doing getting home so late? She knows what I'm doing. I'm closing deals. I'm taking care of my family. I'm trying to get to 10x levels. It's been 30 years, 30 years. It's probably going to be 30 years for you too. Doubt, uncertainty, insecurities, rejection, disappointment, judgment. It's going to be 30 years of it. Are you willing to pay the price?
So how many of us are willing to pay the price? It's going to take you 2 years, 3 years, 4 years for you to hit that financial freedom status in this business. In fact, it will take you 10 years, 15 years, because the stages of financial freedom are different. Our business have different seasons at different stages. 0 to 5 years, 5 to 10 years, 10 to 15 years, 15 years to 20 years. Are you ready to pay the price? Go to the chat box and type, I am ready to pay the price. Go to our various group and type, I am ready to pay the price. Because if you're not ready to pay the price, then forget it. Financial freedom is not for you. But if you're ready to pay the price, trust me when I say it will take you time. Financial freedom cannot be achieved in 1 year, 2 years. You must work hard, at least You must work hard to get yourself to earning at least between 0 to 5 million naira. You must work hard for that. And when you work hard for that, then you walk into the phase of 4 to 15 million naira, 4 to 30 million naira, whereby you are now in the stage of what? Leadership development on yourself and in your team. Then from there, before we talk about being at the pinnacle level, the second stage is where you duplicate, but let me don't disturb your head with that. For you to get to the first season, for you to finish the first season in our profession, before you enter the second and the third season, which will lead you to financial freedom, is your aim to make 0 to 6 million naira. It's possible within 2 years. It's possible within 1 year. Possible, 100%. And I'm ready for you if you're ready for yourself. So the question is, are you ready to pay the price? Are you willing to pay the price? Are you ready?
Are you willing to pay the price? If anybody thinks you're going to be successful without paying that price, you're wrong.
Did you hear him? If anybody thinks that you're going to be successful without paying the price, you're wrong. This is a billionaire, one of the billionaires in the world, speaking to us. If you think that you will be successful without ready to paying the price, doing the hard work, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, getting yourself to the level where you work hard to get yourself to be a millionaire in this business, a multi-millionaire who have earned at least 5 million naira, getting yourself to the second season of our business, whereby you start duplicating and promoting events, getting yourself to the 30 million naira status, getting yourself to become a leader who also raise other leaders, becoming as in to the level where you are now financially free because you are now in the leadership building phase, then forget it, you're wrong. So are you ready? Go to the comment box and let me know. Are you ready to pay the price? I don't know what's wrong with my lights. Okay, so let's listen to this last one.
To kill something, it means to execute, finish something. You know, look it up. Looking up words can't hurt you, by the way. Carry out or go into effect, a plan, order, or course of action. Carry out a death sentence. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why Elena trusts me, because I do number 2. Grant Cardone carries out death sentences. I kill targets. I kill targets. I find something and I go get it. And when I don't get that target, when I don't close that deal, I am so disappointed with myself. I'm so discouraged. I beat myself up so hard that I give myself the right to beat up other people. I'm like, dude, I'm so hard on me. I missed that deal. What did I do? I constantly correct myself. What did I do? Why did I miss that deal? Why didn't I get that deal? What mistake did I make? Was my timing off? Was my pitch off? Did I know the whole time I wasn't going to get it? I spent all this time and energy trying to execute, kill this target, and I missed it. What did I do wrong? Because if I don't know what this guy did wrong, how the hell can I help her? Or much less 170 employees. Execution, the carry out and putting into effect of a plan, order, or course of action. Putting it into effect, execution. I put it into effect. A course of action, not thinking. This is not a board meeting. This is not, what do y'all think? This is not, let's get buy-in from our staff and make sure everyone's happy with it. I never get buy-in. I get my buy-in. I get my buy-in. Hey, do I want to do this event? Do I want to buy this piece of real estate? Number one question I'm asking myself all the time. Do I want to do this? Do I want to buy this piece of real estate? Right? Do I want to be in this? If not, bail out of it. If so, lean into it.
So we need to ask ourselves, do you want to be in this project? Do you? Because trust me, the route to financial freedom. I won't tell you our business, the business system, the AIM Global is the #1 best without challenges. But trust me, it's the only business system that pays out in the world to its customers daily. It's the only business system that gives its customers access to their money daily when they work hard. So are you ready to lean into this business? Those of us doing it part-time, we have a structure we call daily mode of operation for part-timers. Those of us doing it full-time, we have a daily mode of operation for full-time. Are you ready to lean into this business? Are you ready to become intentional with this business? Are you ready to paying the price? Because if you're ready, I am ready. Because I'm already obsessed. I'm blazing hot. And I'm ready to blaze with whoever that is ready to blaze with me. So are you ready? I need to know. Go to the chat box. Are you ready?
If I'm gonna lean into it, that means time and money. It always will mean, if you take notes, it will always mean time and money. Never an idea. It's never a motivational speech. It's always time and money. Where your time and your money goes, you will follow. Money follows attention. I'm showing this to you because nobody else will show it. I'm going to control that graph. I'm going to pick.
Did you hear what he said? Money follows attention. If you don't make the phone calls, how will you make money? If you don't get people see our business presentation, how will you make money? That is why there is a need to learn the skills. Those of us missing millionaire school, I pity you. Yes, even if you miss it by out of issues beyond your control, do you watch the record? Do you get back to your mentors? I've watched the recorded version. This is what they said we should do. I've started doing. This is my result. Do you communicate your income generating, the outcome of your income generating activity with your mentors, with your leaders, who in turn will tell you, okay, this is the next step. Every day, always ask, what's the next line of action? This is what I did. I did it this way. Share your success. Share your challenges. Let's grow. Let's grow. This week is more like a week where we are preparing your mind, because next week, hey God, next week is fire for fire. We are having awesome training this week. Today we had an awesome training by our director. Tomorrow, the billionaire mentor himself, Engineer Offon, will be giving us training. Then I'll be wrapping it up on Friday. Oh my God, you guys should get ready for massive action. Get ready for it.
That lineup. I want your graphs to look like that. I don't want to be the only guy with a graph. I don't want to be the only guy with a plan. Okay? I don't want to be the only guy doing well. I want everybody in the room doing well. You guys get that from me? I don't want just my wife and my kids to do well. I want, you're my family. You're my family. If I'm the only one in the room winning, I'm broke.
Now, this is the reason why I called for this meeting. I don't want to be, hey, Eminence Augusta, the Alpha Lion mentor, the powerful woman, this, that. I don't want to be a big fish in a small ocean. All of you here, you are my family. I commit myself, dedicating my life in terms of my time, sacrificing to ensure all of you succeed in this business. You all are my family. I don't want to be the only one making money, the only champion, the big fish in the ocean. No, I want all of you to become big fishes like me. If all of you are not succeeding, trust me, I am not succeeding. The way I define my success is when I see people I held by the hand succeeding, even doing better than me. Then I'll tell myself I'm a success. And that's what I'm ready to do. Each and every one of you listening to me here, I am ready. I'm ready to blaze hot. I'm ready to unleash. See, you just have to make a decision to be an eagle. Make that decision. Make the decision. Be ready to make the phone calls. Today, let today don't end. Tomorrow, starting tonight. Map out, look at your timetable. Map out, those of us doing this business part-time, map out 2 hours out of your day when you'll be running this business. Running this business means doing your prospecting, doing all the income generating activities. So let's just say I'm starting a fresh mentorship. All of you, go and buy your millionaire school book tonight. Buy your millionaire school book. The first page, draw 3 columns, name, phone number, remark. Go through your phone, write down names and phone number of everybody on your phone, pay the price, write it down. This year is a year of intentionality success. Write it down. Both those you've talked to this business about and those you've not, write it down. Those of us that already have people that we've talked to this business about and they have joined, don't write it down. But if you know on your list, you've not spoken to them about this business, write down all that list, write them down. And those that have not joined, that have not attended the business presentation, write it down. That is the assignment tonight. Dedicate, pay the price, be awake for 2 hours, writing it down. That's the price to pay. You must sweat. Do that between tonight and tomorrow. Do that between tonight and tomorrow. Why am I saying? There is a script we'll be using to make a phone call tomorrow. Because of the event we are having with Engineer Ofon, I'm going to have this section with us again tomorrow evening. Because I want to deal with all those challenges. There's a script I will need us to use in making phone call. Let me read out the script. I think I'll have Elizabeth type it. Look at the script. It says, for example, I call it the Whisper Secrets campaign. It says, Augusta, listen, I'm about to start something big. It's going to start next week. I can't give you a lot of information right now, but I'm assembling a group of business people to help expand a business project in Lagos. In place of Lagos, you can choose your location, either Abuja, Ogun, Enugu, anywhere you are, and other Western states or Eastern states or Northern states. And in the space of 1 month, I am going to put together this inner circle. These are people who are going to lock arms together, and together we are going to dominate this region, and it's going to be amazing. Now, I want to know, assuming everything I'm going to show you about this business project checks out fine, assuming it works out, just based on the idea of it working out, are you in or you are out? It's a script. So this is a script we use in calling all our contacts. But I need to make sure you are done with your I need to make sure you are done with your warm market. Because by next week, more especially some mentors, not all mentors, by next week, I'll be introducing to some people higher phase of prospecting, whereby they'll start doing radio, they'll start doing Facebook. In fact, I'll even teach us basic Facebook, so that those of us that are yet to do our organic Facebook will do our organic Facebook. But those that have already mastered organic Facebook, I'll be introducing to them inorganic Facebook prospecting system. So ask them, are you in or you're out? If you want to do something special with me, it's about time to do what? It's about to launch. I'm going to show you everything and how it works, and I'm going all in. And you should know that when I'm all in anything, it must work successfully. So tell me, for real, are you in or out? So you see this script, I will give this script tomorrow night. So your assignment is to go write all your contacts. Tomorrow, we are going to do Operation Show Me Your Contact List. Operation Show Me Your Contact List. Do it between this night and tomorrow. Tomorrow night by 7:30, you're going to show me your list. Then I'll tell us how we can make the phone call or the conversation call. Then I'll release this script. I'll release this script. Now, I've spoken about the mission for this year. This year, of the Alpha Lion team, we are focused on raising leaders. This year, we are having a revolution, starting up a revolution of the rise of the Alpha Lion entrepreneur. This year, our project 1 million naira this year is on the 36 code challenge. And the 36 code challenge is the big goal. But before instead of us focusing on the 36 goal challenge, we are going to first start our 20 codes in 30 days, 20 recruitment in 30 days. Guys, it's possible. And it's starting next week, Monday, before we launch our 90 days game plan. A whole lot of things is in stock for us. So please, the course script, Engineer Henry, I'll release it tomorrow. I'll release the course script tomorrow, okay? I'll release, I know your blood is bubbling. I'll release the call script tomorrow, but I need everybody to do the assignment. Go write your contact. Everybody on your phone that you've never spoken to about this business, write them down, their names and their phone number, and leave a column for remark. Everybody that you've told, but that have not seen our business presentation, write them down. In fact, let's put it this way. Everybody that have not joined you in this business, go write down all those contacts. And when you write down all those contacts, do me a favor, warm the list by asking them, by telling them Happy New Year. Tell them Happy New Year. I wish you a Happy New Year. Say a word of prayer to them, all of them. You can be on WhatsApp broadcast, say a word of prayer. Happy New Year. I pray that this year God is going to bless you and your family with success, prosperity, and abundance. Just say a word of prayer to all of them as a way of warming the list. In the night, tomorrow night when we come back, I'll give the script. Now, having said that, I want to show us something. There are things we need to do for everything I said right now to work out for us. There are things we need to do. Okay, so this is the Star Mentors meeting. Steps that you need, each and every one of us, steps that you need to succeed in the 20, sorry, I made a mistake, 20 codes in 30 days challenge. Number one, if you want to succeed in this project starting next week, you must be committed. You must take a commitment by staking a price. Meaning, this shows you that you are actually in to succeed in this business. And staking a price, in fact, it will propel you to do the activities that will lead you to what? To success. So number one, be committed in paying the price. Be all in, be ready to be all in. Number two, sacrifice. You must sacrifice your comfort zone. You must sacrifice your time. Dedicate that 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, at least minimum. There was a training I did, finishing strong. There was a training, okay, no, not finishing strong. There was a training I gave about eagles versus, let me see if I can get that training. Eagles versus chicken. And in that training, I told us about our daily method of operation, DMO. I told us about our DMO. And in that DMO, I showed us what, those of us that are part-timers, that is what you need to be doing. Those of us that are full-timers, let me show you again. So DMO for part-timers. DMO means daily mode of operation. Number one, attend daily our Millionaire School meeting. You must dedicate at least 1 hour every day to what? Prospecting people every day, inviting people every day, and making your follow-up calls. That's for part-timers. Then full-timers, minimum in a day, 8 hours. You must use a planner, a to-do list, prospect people daily, make invitations daily, make follow-up calls daily. You must do your personal development daily, mentoring new team members daily, must talk personally to your leaders once in a week, and you are permitted for 1 hour break. That's the DMO. I'll still post it in our various WhatsApp group. So, having said that, you must be ready to do what? Commit, sacrifice your time. Sacrifice that WhatsApp chat and Facebook chat that is not adding value to you. Sacrifice those TV shows, those movies, those friendships that is not adding value, sacrifice it. Sacrifice those relationships, boyfriends and girlfriends that are a form of distraction for you, sacrifice them. Negotiation, negotiate with your family and your team members so that they can support you, just like I've negotiated with all of you. I need all of you to support me so that I can make this vision a reality for us in our team. I need all your support. I'm all out. Negotiate with your family members. Let them see the need while you're doing this. You saw Brancado, he said he spoke to his wife and he said, I want to give you the best. Allow me to do the work. Don't complain I'm working too much. Just allow me. Let's create our time. Let's balance things. Time for this, I'm dedicated to you, but time for this, please respect me. Time commitment, very important. You must commit to how the number of hours per day that you are willing to give in. And you must be consistent at that number of hours. So here is it. Those of us doing this business part-time, you can choose to do this business 20 to 30 hours per week, meaning every day you are sacrificing 2 to 4 hours every day, 2 to 4 hours. And we are talking about, if you add it up, that's 20 to 30 hours per week. The second level of partners here are people that are doing this business 40 to 60 hours per week, meaning daily they sacrifice 5 to 8 hours daily doing this business. While the third level are those of us that are doing it full time. In a week, we do this business 60 to 80 hours, meaning 8 to 16 hours daily we sacrifice. So therefore, you must eliminate distraction. Whatever form of distraction coming your way, cut it off. Execute it, kill it. Ensure you have all your tools handy. Your questionnaires, have them handy. Your laptops for business, have them ready. Your phone, have them ready. Power bank, have them ready. The CD for video presentation, have them ready. The short videos, link to watch the short videos, have them ready. Testimonial video, most of our testimonial video, have them ready. Recommendation video, a lot of videos will be released to us. Then put your start date. We are starting this mission, this revolution is starting on the 10th of January. Warm your list. That's why I have all of us write your contacts today. Warm your list. Warm your list by reaching out, say Happy New Year. Say a word of prayer to all your contacts, wishing them Happy New Year and a fruitful and blessed New Year. Say a word of prayer for them and their family, and they'll thank you so much. Then the final thing is what? See it done. Say yes to this mission. Believe in your spirit strongly that you can achieve and have it achieved. That you can achieve 1 million naira this year, that you can achieve 3 million naira this year, whatever your financial statement is. Then decide that you deserve. Tell yourself, I deserve to be successful. And with God on your side, trust me, you are a success. With God on your side, trust me when I say you are a success. I know that for a fact. So at this point, I want us to end this meeting by saying our positive self-affirmation for a maximum impact 2022. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's kindly unmute ourselves. Are we ready for us to recite a positive impact?
Yes, we are ready.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So positive,
Yes, we are ready.
positive
Yes, we are
self-affirmation
ready.
for a maximum impact this year, 2022. Number one.
Yes, we are ready.
Number one.
I have a heart
I have a
of
heart
gold,
of gold.
a
A
heart
heart
that
Prayers
cares
of
for
gold,
the
they are that cares for the
people.
success
Number two.
other people.
Number
I
two.
am thankful and grateful
I am
now
thankful
Now
and
that I
grateful
see that in my
I
now
business,
that I
give
give leadership in my business daily.
Number three.
I am thankful and grateful now
I am
that
thankful
I'm an
and
MLM
grateful
rockstar at the
now that
project.
I am an MLN rockstar in RBI project.
Number four.
I am thankful
Thankful and grateful now that
I am
now
thankful and grateful
my team is
that my team
expanding
is
daily.
expanding daily.
Number five.
I am thankful and
grateful
grateful
now
I'm
that I
thankful
have
and grateful
my
now that I have achieved my income goals for this month.
Number six.
I am thankful and grateful
I am
now that
thankful and grateful now that
I
I earn
my
more than
business
is ever expected in my DTC.
with God on my
Side,
side.
I am
I am
I am
unstoppable.
unstoppable.
Beautiful.
unstoppable.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much for your time. And let's remember, tomorrow by 10 o'clock, there'll be no Millionaire School tomorrow morning. By 10 o'clock, we'll be meeting our billionaire ambassador engineer. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Then tomorrow evening by 7:30, we are going to continue with this section. Thank you very much and have a blessed and wonderful night. Bye-bye.